Hey guys, I'm back for another review for the manga Kingdom. Reviewing chapter 5 today. So, we start off with lots and lots of innocents, of course, because why not? Being slaughtered and tons of gore. Pretty sad to see, honestly. Especially if you see it from, or if you look at it from the king's perspective. Like, all these people are being slaughtered. Even though they don't like realize why they're being slaughtered. They're obviously not consenting to it, and it takes a toll. It definitely takes a toll. Even if A say doesn't show it, it definitely takes a toll on him. So after Shin, he demands if Ten is actually like worried about their family being killed above them, like all their people that were up in that village are just being completely slaughtered, and the blood is literally dripping down from the ceiling. It's literally ridiculous. But then Ten reveals that they don't have a family, so nothing to worry about, Shen. Shut your trap. Which it does shut him up. And the king is quiet about that too, interestingly. And then that leads to Ten trying to lighten the mood by roasting Shen about how common and ordinary he looks, which makes sense because he's a servant. But it's actually ridiculous because he wears he wears that same damn robe for literally forever. I don't know if he ever is gonna get rid of it. I feel like he should eventually, but shit, like it is kind of iconic for him, but still, like, come on, man, like, get something new. But anyways, so it's also revealed here that Tin is from the mountains west of Chen and doesn't even view Ace as their king, which is interesting um, to think about. But they start talking about the body double thing and the rebellion, and they start to wonder why, as a king, why would Ace run away from all that? Like, why did he run away? Like, he's king, Like, what the hell's going on? And Say's choosing to ignore it. He asks Ten where they need to go to leave. And you see that this does seem to bother Ace as his face is lowered. He's kind of like looking down. I think he has shadows on his eyes, but yeah. And he states that the reason he ran and didn't do anything to stop the rebellion is because he couldn't stop it. He starts talking about his family and how he held the throne for the little time he did, and reveals that he's only 13 years old, dude. He's ridiculously young, like, ridiculously young. And he mentions that the two prime ministers, or two ministers, my bad, to him were Ryofui and Ketsu, two men who are very important in this arc. And, well, one of them is important in this arc, and the other one is important later on. But, yeah, you'll definitely want to keep Ryofui in mind. Please, he is very important for later on. So, Shin wonders why a battle between the ministers would involve the king. Interesting. To where Sei counters and says that his little brother Seikyo was making moves with Ketsu in the shadows to take the throne. So then we get a flashback and we see this gargantuan dude. Not gargantuan in height. He is very wide. Very wide. And we see him in like a bath. And this has got to be one of the most insane things that you see. Probably top 5 creepiest things in Kingdom. But these chicks are like sucking on his fat rolls. Like, I do not understand what is going on here, but it's super fucking weird, dude. But yeah, so we see him arrive at a meeting with Seikyo, and they start discussing plans. It's revealed that Ketsu has been talking shit on the royal family behind their backs. But Seikyo doesn't disagree. In fact, he seems to agree with him and talks about how his father was only on the throne due to Ryufui. He brings one of the minions, one of his little soldiers, in front of him and just uh, he tells his little pet dude, the big old huge gargantuan muscular demon god or whatever the hell he is, to kill him, and he smashes him into the wall into like freaking red mist. Um, Absolutely ridiculous, by the way. Like, this dude is so strong, especially you'll see later on when people fight him. It's just ridiculous. But yeah. So then he starts talking about how the nobles and regular people, they just can never be on the same level as each other, you know? Like, his brother isn't a noble because his mom was a dancer girl, which I'm assuming that means like a prostitute, as we see later on. Um, but yeah, I've never really heard that term for prostitute or anything like that before. But yeah, so then we see that Ryofui has sent an army off to Wei to fight, which is pretty interesting. Wonder who was leading that army. I wonder who was leading that army. But yeah, um, anyways, we see that he tells Ketsu that he's decided that he wants Ketsu to kill everyone in Kanyo, the capital, to ensure that they can lie about what happened and take the throne. Um, he's gonna like give all of the actual like political power to Ketsu, even though he'll be on the throne. But he'll be okay with that because then a real noble will be on the throne and not some fake little twerp like Ace. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this review, guys. Pretty good chapter. We get a lot of Seikyo this chapter. Well, I guess not a lot, but definitely way more than we've gotten previously. We get a little bit of more knowledge as to how the type of views he has on the world, you know? He's pretty fucked up, honestly. Which is to be suspected as of the antagonist of the story right now. But yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys. Uh, Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to listen to the rest of this, it'll probably have spoilers in it. So if you don't want to get spoiled, please leave. Alright, guys. So let's get this little discussion on. So I really appreciate the opportunity to see Seikyo in his element in this chapter, which, as we see later on in the story, like way later, we see that when he's in his element is when he's doing secret shit and like creating little fucking hidden alliances with people, basically being a little rat. But yeah, like it's cool to. He also talks about the whole noble thing. Like I don't even remember that, but it definitely makes sense. He uh, he is definitely a noble. He definitely has that whole mindset. It's so fucked. He really does see everyone else as just trash, basically, which is so messed up. But yeah, he's written fairly well so far. I mean, for being the antagonist and being such a little kid, um, him being able to gather like loyal allies and launch a rebellion is extremely impressive. Just considering that he is still just the prince, you know, like his ability to gather allies now is what it builds into this like super like amazing ability um, that he uses later on to help Ace eventually when Ace decides to free him and bring him into his court and be his right hand man almost. It helps him a lot. Great arc that we see from Seikyo eventually. It's a really good arc. character arc. Yeah. So the other thing, you guys are probably gonna laugh your asses off, but I completely missed the entire like bringing up and reveal of Ryofui. Uh, like just the fact that he's a minister and he's like a part of the uh, Eisei's and Seikyo's dad like rising to power. I like I completely missed this any mention of him because later on when he's revealed, I completely had no clue who this dude was. I was like, because they like do this huge reveal. It's like, oh, I know who it is. It's Ryo Fui who tried to kill me, and I was like, who the fuck is that, dude? But yeah, like I feel so stupid reading back and seeing that. It's just so dumb of me, but it is really cool to see that he is mentioned fairly early. So it wasn't just bad writing. I was just a complete and utter idiot. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to discuss for this one. There's not really much extra that I want to talk about with it. So yeah, thanks guys, and have a great day.